I'm doing pretty good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, I'm fine. We both wear red, right?
Yes,
Welcoming the
yes,
Chinese New Year.
yes, indeed.
Okay, Mona, what music means for you? You love music, right? Music is like your life.
Yes.
Oh.
What does music mean to me? Um, it's almost a difficult question. I'm not sure how to answer that.
Really?
It's everything. It's simply life to me. It's just part of my life, and it has been part of my life. Um, it's with me every day. It's also what I do for a living and what I do for fun. So it's everything. You could say that.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
it's like the whole
Mhm.
package for you.
It is.
Since small or at what
Mhm.
age it start?
I started piano lessons when I was 5 years old. So it's been basically my whole life.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And you chose piano or
Well, I think my mom chose piano. There was a piano in the house, and she
Mhm.
used to play piano when she was little. She
Mhm.
didn't do it very seriously, and she didn't do it for very long. But since the piano was in the house, she always imagined that I would play piano. The music school was really close to our home when I was growing up. It was about a 3-minute walk, which was very
Mhm.
convenient. It was basically down the street, and there was the music school. And I believe when I was little, I used to sit at the piano and just try to play out songs that I would hear,
Mhm.
maybe on the radio or I don't know, somewhere. And I think maybe that's what caught my parents' attention, and they thought, okay, well, maybe she
Oh,
should go to music school. So
okay.
my aunt, another aunt took me and she enrolled me. I passed my little audition because we had to do little auditions at the time. And the rest is history, I guess.
I think it's in your blood already, like the talent, and then you just fall in love with it.
Yeah. Well, talent, that's a funny word. There's a little bit of talent, a whole lot of work, but a little bit of talent.
Yeah, I
I
think
think.
maybe not 50-50, maybe more hard
No.
work than talent.
Hmm. I'm
Mm.
not sure what talent is. I think people have natural abilities or tendencies towards certain things. And
Mhm.
sure, some people have more natural abilities when it comes to music.
Yeah.
But even people who don't can learn to play instruments. So I would say I'm not sure what the percentage is, but we could say 80-90% is work, and the rest we can attribute to talent or some ability or capability. Yeah.
It
But I've
means
always liked music. I've always liked music. Yeah. So
you play other instrument beside piano.
I do play another instrument now.
Mhm.
It's the cello, and
Mhm.
um, and I started playing the cello when I was an adult. So that came later into my life.
Oh, how we say it the right way? Cello or cello?
Sure, cello.
Cello.
Cello. It's
Cello.
violoncello, right? That would be the
Mhm.
whole word. But it's cello in, we would say it cello.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. And it's a huge, like we imagine it like a huge guitar, right?
No, imagine it more like a really big violin.
Oh, violin. Oh, because you
Mhm.
use the, what is it called? Like the stick one?
The bow, that's the bow.
The bow. Okay, okay, yeah,
The
yeah.
bow, right, is the bow. And so it basically looks like a really big violin,
Mhm, mhm, mhm. So
except
you,
you play the cello sitting down, um,
yeah.
and and the violin you put on your shoulder. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm. Okay. And you choose it randomly, or you already interested in it from long time before?
I was interested in it before,
Mhm.
And I think I first had the idea of playing the cello was when I was 13. So I was a teenager.
Uh-huh.
I saw a girl play the cello on a popular TV show at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that show was about teenagers back home. And she played the cello, and she played this particular piece, which is a very famous piece by Saint-Saëns. It's called, oh my goodness, what is it called? The Swan. There we go. Having a
Swan.
memory. The
Okay.
swan, the bird, the swan.
Uh-huh.
And it's a very, very famous, beautiful piece of music. And she played it at the show. She was going to the music school, and there was a story about all these children and whatnot. And that's when I first thought, oh, that is really beautiful, and I would really like to play that instrument. Of course, that was more of a fantasy at the time,
Mm-hmm.
because back in the days when I was a child, switching instruments or playing two instruments wasn't really a thing. It wasn't popular. You know, you started with one and then you stuck to it. It wasn't as popular to just randomly switch things around.
Mm-hmm.
And so it really was just a fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, throughout my life, it wasn't an intense desire for the entire time since I was 13, but it came and went periodically. And I think when I was a little bit older and life permitted, the circumstances in my life permitted, then that idea appeared again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I already had two children, and they were getting older, and they were the ones who told me finally, Mom, just do it. Stop talking about it and just
Oh.
do it.
Oh, okay. So they are
Uh,
the reason.
well, they're the ones who encouraged me. Older child, and he encouraged me, and he said, you know, Mom, just go do it. Stop talking about it. And I was finally in a place in my life where I could devote a little bit of time
Mm-hmm.
and resources, and I did. I found a teacher online. I called him, and that's how it all started.
But I think because you already
Yeah.
have the basic in a piano, I think it will be easier to learn a new instrument rather than to start from zero, right?
Yes, yes, in a way, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I had all the musical background, so I didn't have to learn note reading or rhythm or other things. I just had to deal with a brand new instrument, which was quite intimidating.
Mm-hmm. So,
As
so
a
from
pianist,
mhm.
Ed, go ahead. You were
So
gonna say something.
from the age of 13 till after
Mhm,
40, it means quite a long time before you really
mhm.
do this, right? And how is
Yes.
your feeling when the first time you really play it? Thrill or
Well, yes, that too, and scared all at the same time.
uh-huh.
Um, it's how would I say this? You have to find a lot of humility in yourself to go back to being a
Mm-hmm.
beginner in something
Mm-hmm.
when you're older.
Yes.
Um, Now, of course, I've been teaching piano all my life, well, all my adult life, and being a teacher is, you know, one position and one side of the picture. And now to become the student all
Student.
of a sudden,
Yeah.
it's very humbling. It's very humbling.
Uh-huh.
And now I was like a really wonderful, wonderful cello teacher, and he was very patient and very supportive
Mm-hmm.
of this whole idea.
Mm-hmm.
So so yeah, when I first started, I always laugh. I always say my family, they had to suffer through a lot of squeaky sounds when I was practicing at home. Learning any other instrument, I suppose, other than the piano is different because you have the instrument in your hand, but you cannot just press a button and make a sound. And my family always joked with me that, yeah, it sounded pretty bad at the beginning. It took a few years before they told me finally, Mom, oh, we can recognize a melody now. So, um, so I appreciate them. They were very patient with me, the family as well. But like I said, it was very humbling, and I really had to get rid of my ego
Yes, true, true. From a teacher
because
to a student, right?
I was starting from zero, and I had ideas of what I wanted to sound like, what I wanted my music to sound like, but that was far from reality. And going through all the steps as a beginner, it took, like I said, it took a lot of patience, and I had to keep telling myself that it's okay. I don't have to be embarrassed. It's just a learning process.
Yeah.
And I think I wasn't really. I think I took it, and I still do. I'm still learning, and I still take it with. I think I try to take it with an attitude that it's a learning process, and we learn until we die. So I'm enjoying it.
When you play piano and cello, do you have a different feeling towards these two different instruments?
Hmm. Well, yes, definitely. Piano is my first baby. That's I sit at the piano, and it's very comfortable, and it's I feel more, I guess, more secure and more in control
Yes.
because that's my primary instrument. But at the same time, I think now after how many years has it been? Probably 13-ish years since I've been playing. I'm beginning to finally feel comfort with the cello as well to a certain degree. I have still many, many, many things to learn and ways to go, but it's not as scary anymore. It feels good. It's of course it's a different instrument, so it's a different way of producing sound. Um, I think with the cello, it's maybe even more intimate because you're hugging the instrument
Oh,
when you're
yeah.
playing it, and you
Yes.
feel the vibrations on your body, and creating that sound is very different than on the piano. But at the same time, I don't know. I just feel very. I just feel lucky. I always say I'm so fortunate to be able to play both and enjoy both. And there, my Dio, my dog, he agrees. He just barked.
So it's
Yeah.
like representing the life. The piano is your comfort zone, and then you went out from your comfort zone to a new adventure, right?
Yes. Yes. You could say that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like represent the way we live in this world.
Mm.
And what do you think of women learn new things after they're 40? What do you think of that?
Well, I'm all for it. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
wonderful when women or men, but let's say if we're talking about women now specifically, I think it's wonderful for us to do that. I think most of us are probably wives and mothers, and we have families, and we go through a stage of life where we are looking after our families and our children, our elderly parents, perhaps, and other things. But I think once we are in our 40s, we get to a stage where most of us have older children, and we have a little more time.
Yes,
And
yes.
maybe this is the time where we could finally do something just for ourselves, and enjoy some either alone time or enjoy some time with other women, and maybe turn to some hobbies, and maybe these hobbies will turn into a little more serious
Mm-hmm.
activities. perhaps. So I think it's wonderful. It's I'm for my idea is that it's important to keep improving ourselves and keep learning. If we stop learning, we become
Yes.
very boring people.
Yes, true. And
It's
maybe new friends, new environment, new
absolutely.
experience,
Hmm.
right? And enrich our life.
Yes, it keeps us engaged. It gives us I don't know, it gives us a purpose perhaps, or a different purpose, I suppose.
Yes, true,
Yeah.
true. And are you aiming on learning something new in coming time? Are you aiming of something?
Well, it would be always nice to do something else, but I don't think I have the time to be.
Or, or maybe you don't have the time, but maybe you are start thinking like when you first saw the cello.
Yeah, the cello.
Mm.
There's still so much to learn with the cello that I am really I think I'm booked for a lifetime. I have so much to do. Um, Being part of being a teacher, learning the instrument, playing in an orchestra, um, playing with other musicians in smaller musical groups. We would call them chamber groups. I'm part of that as well. So I'm really, the cliche, I'm so busy. I'm really very busy. Practicing the instrument requires daily, daily commitment, and maybe an hour of piano. That's the minimum. I don't always even do that because there's not enough hours in the day. But I could be even doing more practice. So if you calculate all that, right? If you're spending hours at your instruments and you're working and you're doing other things, it's hard to find time. And I don't really miss anything else right now. Right now, I'm feeling pretty fulfilled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
from
maybe down the line, maybe I'll pick up knitting, sweaters or something, or maybe I'll go back to learning another language if I
oh
have a little more time and things like that.
yeah.
But there's so many musical pieces to learn, so I'm
From
happy to.
from a day, 24 hours a day. Do you
Mhm.
think you spend like half of it playing music, average?
Maybe not playing, but if we calculate teaching,
Mhm. Yes,
that's part of playing, I suppose.
yes,
So maybe half of my waking day is involved in music in some way or the other, for sure.
yes. And we can be sure, really, life is your music. Music is your life.
Music is my life.
Yeah. It is true.
You
It
can
is
say
true.
that. Mhm.
It's very nice to talk to you, Mona. And I hope we can maybe talk another topic in our next time.
I'd love that. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Simply, let's talk.